giving strength to the weak worldwide, as living proof for all to see. Hey, don't give up on island dreams. Can you see me now? Can you see me? Can you see me now? Can you see me? I'm on top of the world. 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 Yeah.
The pressures of a life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time pick it up. No bother with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. I pick it up when the bills, them, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah. Like up a split, turn up the music. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet. Yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet. Yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. For every pain there's a melody. Yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make we sing together. And who say life no order? And every man got this struggle. I beg you to help me, Lord, and let me overcome my struggles. Skanking sweet, yeah. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your Adiba if thanking sweet, Adiba if thanking sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna be skanking. I wanna be skanking. I'm gonna be skanking. I'm gonna be skanking. Whoa.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Oh boy. Hip hop beat. Had all of your chances. Yes, I've talked to you, present the truth. Now here's the scoop. Be careful what you do.
Welcome to Island Tea with your faves Kevin and Amali and with Azim on the ones and 96s. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali, and it is Wednesday. And you know what Wednesday is?
Said
Waffincher Wednesday.
yay.
But before we jump into any topics, I have to make a small appeal to the public. Please refrain from parking in random parking spots in the Sands complex. You are delaying people from getting to their jobs. You are delaying me from coming onto the air early because I have to sit in the car and wait for you to return to your car because you went to drop off kids in convent and stand there. Please park somewhere else because you are delaying the people. You're delaying people who are supposed to park there from parking there, and then you're going to push some people to park in other spots, and then those spots are now taken. The owners can't park there, then they have to park elsewhere, and it screws up everything. So please refrain from parking in the Sands complex. Awesome. So let's jump into some tea time. Hee hee. So, the music fading just catch me off guard. So let's talk about the tax bill that was discussed yesterday. So there is no introduction of income tax and there is no increase in corporate taxes. Repeat. What, you're saying something?
Yeah,
because y'all had people cussing all week.
Well, it was just a proposal of a tax bill. Nobody knew what the tax bill said, but there is no introduction of income tax and no increase in corporate taxes. Okay, let's read it.
Yay.
It's a celebration. So let's get into it. So Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris explained that the Income Tax Amendment Bill 2020 does not introduce new income tax to the Federation. He says, "My administration has no intention to produce personal income tax or to increase corporate taxes at this time. The bill merely seeks to clarify the application of taxation to ensure full compliance with international good governance standards," which is what he said in Parliament Tuesday morning, yesterday. The bill is one of 5 bills that were slated for Parliament on Tuesday, and the draft income bill, the amendment, is available on Win Media's website if you want to check it out and read it for yourself. It's quite extensive. I would love to read it for you, but there's lots of numbers in it. And, my brain does just shut off when I see numbers.
Yeah.
So, he also said the amendment proposed will ensure that we meet our commitments to the European Union and the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and avoid the reputational damage and consequential financing implications which come with blacklisting. So, no worries, everyone. To reiterate, there's no introduction of income tax, no increase on corporate taxes. He said that the bill merely seeks to clarify the application of taxes to ensure full compliance with international good governance standards.
So it's just a little nice up.
A little nice up.
Get the tax bill a nice little beat face.
A cleanse.
A little
Smoky eye.
a little Amali sugar mass bead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. But my issue with this whole thing is, it goes back to something I've been saying on the radio for a very long time, which is the lack of communication on the part of the government in seconds and years. Like, where the Prime Minister always got to be coming to conferences to clarify things that people misunderstand. And it says that it wasn't communicated properly in the first place. Why you can just put income tax reform,
Yeah, that would have been.
and a headline and leave it there, like no explain it, like what do you think gonna happen?
But you see, the thing is, Amali, we do have this tradition of amending bills, reading your bills into Parliament, and not having proper sensitization of the public. There are very few topics where there's actual consultation with most of the stakeholders, right? Some of these bills you hardly get, and of course not like this because it's an amendment, but you hardly get any real white papers, any real town halls, and any of these things. And sometimes when these things do happen, they happen behind closed doors, just to say, well, we spoke to the stakeholders. But the stakeholders was like 6 people in a room somewhere at a hotel, and lasted maybe an hour and a half, which half of it was you speaking on stage, right? So, like you're saying, the communication is something that, if improved, would save a lot of headache.
Like at Skellig.
Big up Patrice again.
Patrice.
Yeah, whatever. But and it's across the board. Like it's several government institutions, several government departments. It's like they just leave people to just assume the worst about everything.
But you know the
And
funny.
then when people do assume, because it's the culture, we assume the worst by default. And then when we assume the worst, they come and say, no, that ain't what we mean. Then say what you mean.
No, but you see, I think it's by design, though. Eh? I think it's by design. Yeah.
That's where you're going with this.
No, seriously, I do think, and it's something I've discussed with peers. You know, they create a false sense of uneasiness,
So they could calm you down.
and then so they could calm you down.
That's what our friend, and first of all, Witty Kitty is giving you some flowers today. She's saying, look at Azim, just a gorgeous ray of goodness in the morning. I'm awake now.
Witty Kitty, I need you to come to the office so we could see who you are.
Why?
And so you could propose to Azim.
Why?
I feel like that's the that's the road you're going on. I just think when you come up here and meet an engagement ring and a person
Hanging
that
from
you've
the
never
ceiling.
met before.
No, man, as you go say that, I'm at a marching band.
No, look, you see, this is the issue I have with all the people, you know.
Wow.
You understand? Compliments are just compliments.
I was just
guys.
reading it, you know, don't mix me in this.
No, compliments are just compliments.
Anyway, let me proceed before.
That's
you
all there.
Thank you,
with
Witty
this.
Kitty.
But she's also saying that, you know, that exactly was the debate on Facebook last night. It seems like they were intentionally vague to mislead people. She's saying maybe they have some little stakes where they hold people because we never see them.
So,
Have you
Well,
guys
yeah,
ever
I
read
mean-
the 48 Laws of Power?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, well, if you have, then you know what this is.
it can also be.
It's a little bit of a tactic, mislead you and make you assume the worst.
I don't even think it's about us though. I believe it's more about the opposition
Yeah.
to show them a piece of information so they can go on the wrong way with it, and then say, "Oh, you tried it."
And
That is not what this is
that's
about.
not what was
Yeah.
happening.
To just continue discrediting them over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, that's
No,
definitely
I
part
don't
of it
know.
too.
It's a tact- it's
It makes it difficult for the opposition to prepare a debate when you don't have all the information.
They don't know what they're getting on.
Yeah.
because then they're preparing to think.
Although these should they should actually be circulated prior to the debate. But however, we know before the debate could sometimes end up being an hour. We've heard complaints from opposition before about, I just got this morning, a 164-page bill, and expected to come in here and debate effectively.
Yeah.
So we've seen it happen.
debate effectively.
Just make noise.
That's what they do anyway.
Yeah, it's a yelling match. Just who could yell the loudest?
Make nice about that. We're getting it late.
But you know, hey, and to be honest, since we're talking about the opposition, like, I know there's a lot of people who were looking for a change in demeanor and of the presentations, based on the fact that we now have some new parliamentarians, and I think the new parliamentarians, Akila isn't new. She was there as a senator before. And she's now a minister. I think she presents herself well. I think I don't want to. What's her name? Senator Clark. I think her name is Joyal. Yeah, I think she presented herself well as well. So I think that's something to commend, especially the fact that it seems as though what we've been clamoring for years, which is more young people in the halls of inside of the hallowed halls.
In Hogwarts.
Yeah.
This school of
Who's Slytherin?
Literally.
We should do that one day.
Let's
Like,
not do that.
who's in which house?
We know we ain't doing that.
Who's in Slytherin?
No,
Man, I'm getting you.
because they will not only be debating bills, but they will be debating how many years in prison Kevin gonna get for slander. No.
But yeah, like, I think we really wanted to see more young people in the parliament, and
It has come to pass.
it has come to pass, and hopefully all the hopes that we've dashed on their shoulders they're able to carry.
And you know what, as I hope it doesn't end up being the case where the young people end up in parliament and they stay there until they're old, and then they know entrance of old people. No,
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying.
you think
All them
that would
old was in there when they were.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I'm
Timothy was in
saying.
there when he was, what, 33?
That's
or
what I'm
something like
saying. I hope it's not a repeat.
Y'all saw the picture of all the politicians when they were younger.
Which picture?
There was a
me
picture
see it.
circulating one time with like they were literally our age.
You're not sure. I went in there when he was 27.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I hope it's not a repeat. You know, the young
Well,
people
it
enter
would be,
and
though.
then
That's
this.
that's just how
you know.
Dougie
politics
was
is. That's just how
33.
politics is in all the countries
Yeah,
apparently.
I hope that you know there's always a young person in the room, always young people in the room.
Yeah, some
and
transitions, yeah.
Not
but
the
I mean,
case of enter young and the entire cabinet just
Yeah.
age in there with no new people entering.
I don't see that happening so much now, because what we have to realize too is that we are a very young democracy. Like, we're a very young democracy, right? The country is what now, 39 years old. So, I mean, yeah, what's gonna start happening now is that we'll have some transitions. We have some older politicians who transition out,
Right.
and some younger ones who come in, and they will steady until however long they want to. But you'll also then have a phasing out continually happening. My hope is not to say, well, these are young people or old young people. It's just that
I hope
the
there's
parliament
yeah.
reflects the society.
I agree. I hope there's like that always,
Yeah.
always a transition and not
Yeah.
just, you know, a bunch of old people in there and there's no young people to transition.
And I mean, we see it happening now too. Like, as time goes on, the hope is that the parliament reflects society, not only in terms of age, but also in terms of sex and gender.
Yep.
Right? So, you know, we're having more females more women who are no, that's an issue.
Thank you for that.
No, see, it's an issue. But more women who are involved in politics, and I know there are many other women who are interested in getting involved in politics as well. So, you know, hopefully the trend continues and we see something that really represents us in the halls.
Yeah, I don't, you know, we'll only time will tell, literally. Let me read some of these comments. Yep, someone is saying, so agree with you, what you are saying, and the majority of the time they come with these big words and all sorts of lingo and have the public wondering what they mean. Someone else is saying, say what you mean and mean what you say. Joella is being very rude to me this morning.
Nice.
Joella
Read it,
is saying, good morning, with a very interesting emoji, and says, very random. I can't wait to see Kevin's Christmas / carnival look. I realize he's looking rough lately.
She said that on that's a comment on the live?
Joella, you will be blocked.
So you're saying that women are commenting on your appearance?
Joella, you will now
So
be blocked.
it's rugged, not rough. Rugged is the term.
No, what I do, and it's intentional, before any sort of event, I tend to go rough, you know, let the hair grow out, stop cutting. So when I do cut it, it's like, meow.
So what's
Kevin
the
is a
event?
politician. He sets you up. He sets you up with the rough look,
Yeah, Sugar Man
and then
coming up.
saves you with the clean look.
Is it?
Come out fresh.
That's the thing.
It's all a
You
setup.
have to set up yourself to look stale, and then when you're fresh up, it's like a brand new
The
bread.
wow factor is there, yeah.
Yeah.
He's such a politician.
Because if you wow all the time, nobody gonna realize when
you
you're
really
trying
wowing.
when you're trying to be wow, because it's just like you look the same as yesterday. We have a call.
That's the thing. Oh my God.
We have a call. We're gonna take a call before I read some more comments. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. I think what was being played out yesterday was psychological warfare, essentially. Right? You folks are in the media business. You know what a teaser is. How do you get people to pay attention? You throw out some bait to create uncertainty and hype and drama, and you have the attention. The thing is, though, while it might have been a trap for the opposition, I think you're right in that they wanted to throw them off base, so to speak. I think the government has also trapped itself, because while the Prime Minister was careful to say no new taxes at this time, what he has in effect done is created the expectation that no new taxes coming anytime soon. So we can look forward to a tax-free budget in December. Otherwise, they will be held to tell the piece, as the saying goes. My concern, though, is that it was not clear whether this was a preemptive move to forestall being blacklisted again, or it was something that the OECD and the EU were actually demanding of us. Okay, the Prime Minister mentioned that they keep changing the goalposts, but at some point we're going to have to question whether prostrating ourselves and bending over backwards really bringing us dividends. Okay, we can't just let other countries write our tax laws, right? What's the point of being a sovereign nation? Okay, it's back to colonialism. All right, so, you know, we made a lot of noise about the FinCEN's advisory and the blacklisting, but those things were done to protect the interests of those countries. We have to protect our own, right? And so I expect, yes, we know the difficulties that they can create for us, but there should be at least some kind of pushback, because each time we make some movement, right, they back us into a corner, further into a corner. So sometime we should start pushing back. Okay, that's just my thought.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, but that's definitely, been a concern of mine for quite, that's the business, for quite some time. The fact that the powers that be often coerce smaller nations into doing their bidding with the threat of blacklisting and visa and
that's called leverage, my bro.
Yeah.
What we need to do, we need to learn how to create leverage using our economies of scale. But for some reason, we like to operate within one set paradigm, which gives the countries that are bigger, the countries that have more military might and more money, higher GDP, more leverage in our negotiations. And I think we need to find ways to use our size and our assets to create some talking points when we get to negotiation tables.
Yeah.
But where you could have the United States of America, for instance, we've seen how the United States of the Caribbean, whether it's CARICOM or ECS, really do fail to come together in any real way and make any real lasting,
Battle of egos.
So yeah, and any real inroads as it relates to international relations. So,
and we need to invest in ourselves too. I mean, the Caribbean, whether it be OCS or CARICOM, we have the ability and the resources to support ourselves. We do, but it's just that when we come to a table and Harris is talking to Wholeness, it becomes an argument of about size and influence as opposed to a common goal. And even if a common goal is discussed, it still ends up being about size and influence.
Well, let's see, the issue is when you have politicians in a room talking about things that may potentially limit their influence and power, then it goes against it. How are they going to argue against their interest? You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And them meaning personal, not necessarily country's interest, but them. For instance, we know in law enforcement, we see criminal elements that have been operating on a regional scale, right? Moving between different countries and have their network set up in certain ways. This is something that the police force of several islands have actually come out and say, yeah, we know this going on. Yet we don't have any real regional communication between the police forces. So how are we expected to actually combat crime in this way? In so many cases here, people in power within the security forces, if they want to do something that, let's say, is directly related to another country or whatever, they have to go through the national security minister,
foreign affairs,
something. So it's like you got to wait till he wake up, maybe in a meeting, whatever. By the time you do that there, people don't come, do what they got to do, or don't go and do what they got to do.
Not just that. And if any priority on the foreign affairs minister list, maybe he got other things dealing with.
Right. Exactly.
That take more priorities as like, but younger deal with that the next year because
yeah, but I'm talking about things happening in real time,
I understand that.
So for instance, if we are going to admit that there's boats going in between countries smuggling people, like we've had that happen here recently, I am sure for a fact that and you know how it is, if something is leaving my country, I'm not too concerned. But if I have information that it's going to sink it, somebody call ahead and be like, hey, you might want to check this boat here. Right? Now, something like that, in order for them to act, there has to be clearance from the National Security Minister. Like them kind of tips coming in 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And so you got to wait until 9 o'clock when he's in office. And hopefully you get him on a call before you go into his first meeting. And then by the time you do that, the boat don't come, drop off whoever or whatever. and go about the business. So it's like the bureaucracy just complicates the whole situation. But they're not going to put these things in place because it limits their influence and their power.
Stop making sense, please. We know we don't do that here.
I apologize. Sincerely apologize to the callers and the viewers for my sensible remarks. It won't happen again.
We don't make sense here. Okay? Awesome. But we will take a very short break and we will come back with more Island Tea only on Win Media SKN.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Thank you for calling the St. Kitts Electricity Company Limited. Our offices are now closed.
Skelec is excited to introduce a new 24-hour automated call-in service. Simply call 465-2000 to report faults, to receive bill balances, and make bill payments. Yes, that's right. You can now make bill payments over the phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Skelec's interactive voice response system. Access it now at 465-2000. Skelec, powering responses.
Yes, it's the 3 Happy Days free Christmas clearance at Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers. This Thursday, November 19th to Saturday, November 21st, with 25% off store-wide on all discountable items. Happy deals, happy savings, happy discounts, happy days at Hosford's. This 3 Happy Days weekend, Thursday, November 19th to Saturday, November 21st. 25% off store-wide on all discountable items. Hosford's 3 Happy Days for Christmas clearance weekend sale. Thursday, November 19th to Saturday, November 21st. Don't miss it.
Happy days at Hosford.
Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Welcome back to Island Tea.
Can we talk?
Oh, no, we can't. Please don't. Don't talk to me.
Girl, can we talk? Let's take a walk. Girl, it's over now.
What really going on here, man?
This is the end.
I'm telling y'all, we need a karaoke segment, you know, where callers can also call in and karaoke sing. I think that would be amazing. And also very, very devastating at the same time.
No. You know who I want here calling and sing?
Who?
Our favorite caller.
Oh.
Which one?
the one who loves talking trash.
The one who has a high register. A nice falsetto.
You mean Philip Bailey?
A nice falsetto. Mm-hmm. With some vibrato on there.
Mm-hmm.
So. Oh, well.
I'll just stay here and show
we're
our
back.
own fans by.
Right. We're back.
They'll love it.
Yes, we are back. Let me see if anyone else is saying anything except for Joella. Let's see. Oh, yes. Emmanuel is saying, oh, yeah, poor guy. Welp.
Say that again?
Joella is, Emmanuel is saying, he responding to Joella saying, yeah, poor guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big up one time.
Pour me for true. Let's see. Facebook is also saying slanderous things.
Yeah.
Kevin out here moving like a Somali pirate.
Somebody what? Pirate?
A Somalian pirate.
A Somalian pirate.
We got, we got
You know I bet, guess who said that? It's on YouTube.
Jet to D?
No.
X-Man?
Of course. Only him that said them kind of thing.
X-Man.
Oh, gosh.
X-Man.
That's the new thing when we refer to him.
X-Man.
Oh boy. Well, let's talk some more tea time.
Bye, we'll put you back.
Well, thank you. I'm a kitchen, that's what we do. Our matter is
We really need an event for Kevin. We need an event for Kevin to fix up himself.
Yeah, bye.
For what?
Quick job.
But if that happen, top thing.
Kevin, I'm going to rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
I told you there's a tactic. You have to look. You have to often look, but you have to bum it out sometimes, and you have to look like
I do just bum it out all the time.
You have to go a little rugged. You can't be tip top all the time, because if you're tip top all the time, when do you actually become tip top? No. So let's talk about a Suriname situation.
Hey, and this I would, I just be a man in business here.
Let's talk about the Suriname situation. So a former Suriname VP has been arrested on an alleged post-loss property destruction.
What?
So funny.
The man's a man losing just so.
Former Suriname Vice President Ashwin Adhin has been arrested as part of an investigation into an alleged destruction of equipment in the vice presidential office following his party's loss of government in the May elections. We go out swinging. That's all it is. You go out swinging. So according to a report, these names gonna help. These names gonna be the death of me. Santoki reported to Parliament, and then he had been detained and questioned. Based on the interrogation and the statement of others, the public prosecutor's office has deemed it necessary to detain him as a suspect. The president, however, provided no specifics on the investigation. Government member Reshmore Mangre, however, claimed people in the vice president's office destroyed expensive media equipment and 3 people were arrested.
Imagine that.
That's a little angry.
Like you're the vice president, and you hear them getting locked up from mashing up a computer. That's the deal you want to the hand?
I mean, better than some people just mashing up the country.
That's the laptop you want to die.
Bye.
Imagine.
That remember when on the night Dougie lose the election, right?
Oh.
And he say, wait, no, my government, they go. He say, you think I'll leave things down there? I got for me things down. Timothy say, oh, he removed valuable documents from the PM's office and thing. Dougie said, yeah. Oh, my.
Witty Kitty. So witty. Yeah, anyway.
Is she speaking?
I'll just forward it on to Azim.
Okay, yes, I thought so. Yes. Compliments are compliments.
It's not inappropriate, but I'll send him his flowers privately so he can.
They mean flowers by him? That's a garden that she just sent.
Watch, boss. I'm just
pick
happy.
Flowers from my garden. She gave as in the whole land. Like.
I'm just happy that there's some people out there who just appreciate what we do here.
Which is what, to talk nonsense.
What do we do here?
We need our new anthem to be Sing Strippiness. Because that's all we just do.
You know what? That would make sense actually.
Because why did a man fall out of Letty Street?
I'm Bucky.
So,
You're gonna laugh here.
Because
man.
it's so stupid. It is so stupid. It
so,
is
you,
what.
so
but-
you're saying that what we say are stupid things?
Don't we?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like
In between, we
that-
just
yeah,
sprinkle some sense.
very little.
But you don't need a lot. It's like salt when you're seasoning your food. You don't need a lot sometimes.
A dash.
Yeah.
So we season our conversation with a dash of sense. That's not like
A
something
dash of
that.
sense.
That's not
And
like
4 gallons of assumption.
And you want to tell me all it's chatting
They
nonsense.
must say salt, sugar, assumption.
Let's drown it.
Misinformation.
You missed one more thing.
What, slander?
It's slander. And I hate the fact that he get it because it's slander. I was going to say.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
What a world we live in, eh? What a mighty world.
Ooh. Good morning, God.
He probably is starting his suit at the moment to send us the
You don't
letter.
have to tape, yo.
Just go past by Mr.
He's-
Limo house. Anyway.
Actually, those files are probably on file already. Because it's called the secretary and said, take out, identify them there for me, please.
Yes.
All 7,000 of them.
Let me kind of go ask where they go. Done typed up everything, letterhead.
Done, yeah.
So he waiting to serve all the suits at
Waiting
once.
to serve, yeah. They're already written up, but he don't know what it's going to be about. Saying, all I got to change the date.
Like if anybody would try to sue us, it would be 2 people specifically. And if anybody could guess who the 2 are, they get $1.
$1? That ain't what they try.
Me guessing.
They make it 50.
I must guess my fate for $1.
You have to get both correct.
Not only that, when you don't call it wrong, them people are just listening like, oh, so I feel.
Oh, so tell us what you really feel.
Okay.
So, no, when they hear it, they say, oh, so we actually have a strong case.
That's what I'm saying,
this
like-
is- email it now.
Give that 20.
Okay then. Okay. 2 people who definitely, if we were to get sued, 2 people who
I could tell you one right now.
We calling
Uncle
the names
Gaston.
and oh, that's one.
Yeah.
We know.
Guess the other. Dun, dun, dun.
When I guess the other one, because I taking 10 already. Yeah?
No, I Uncle Gaston. I was gonna say, but
you ain't say it though. So that one
yeah, but there's another one I was gonna say, but me want to say it because it's a local. It's a local. Oh, in a local.
In a local.
Oh, okay.
I know Jay does that.
No, I would, but in. in them.
a foreigner.
St. Lucia? Because we
Why?
always
No,
talking
but we don't want
about
to talk about trust in it.
No, well, the country going to us. Oh, Ralph.
No, wholeness. Wholeness.
Oh,
Give me the
wholeness.
20.
We don't slander
I was trying to
wholeness.
say, I was trying to share the money with her, yeah?
Who don't slander wholeness?
Pana, I got 2 hours for you anyway. Just let Jade give. just let Jade give. Wholeness for a while. Like wholeness that day. Gaston will just laugh after him because he funny, but wholeness will actually be like, yo, like,
you get out here, man?
You get out here, man. Oh, I said, me ask. We have a call. Caller, welcome.
Yeah. Good morning, teachers.
Oh, good morning. I thought it was thing. Gaston Brown.
Well, I can tell you something. If you don't want to call a name, you could say Bonansi or Botukuma.
Oh, my mother.
Nobody bought paper got on Bonansi as a name or Botukuma. Just call them to name. They don't call nobody name. I never plan to come to school today, but I have the drop in.
You still lie.
You lie. You know you lie. Stop telling. Come on here and tell lie.
I give Jade a message to give her you. And I don't know what she keeping it for. If she ain't want me message, give her me message, give me back.
What the message?
You're not making message, Jade.
What was the message?
Where Jade, I tell you to tell them that them people who parking up in this science complex randomly, they need to drive amphi car that they could park on the sea.
When did you give me this
When
message?
this message come from?
It's for you to remember. Because I don't see the reason why people have to come in there. They see the parking space have on which office or which number, and they're still going to block it. Inconsiderate people, man.
Regular.
Just like how they want to go and do the business, the people who those parking space belongs to, they need to go and do the business too. So therefore, they need to stop driving those cars on land and drive the car that drive in the sea. So they could park in the seashore up Newton and go do the work.
Okay.
That's my advice to them who very inconsiderate to others. And let me say this here, when it comes to tax. Yeah, when it comes to tax. 2009, one of the most professional female journalists on Win FM, she interviewed Dr. Douglas about going down the road with new taxes. He said, no, that is far. That is far from my mind. And that was in August of 2009. Well, as soon as November election gone for 2009, he's swinging in with 17% VAT. VAT, and he said...
So he like Batman.
He was thinking about 20%. But he leave the 20% for disappointment later, and he would go up there. So you see, some people, they know what they're going to do tomorrow or just the next hour, and they're going to still come out and tell a big, broad lie. That wasn't nice. So when the caller there, the world best advisor, I want to know if he never here when that happened. Or he was here and he playing deaf. Or he playing senile, so he don't remember that. When he gonna accuse this government here of down the road, round the corner with taxes. We must try and keep our brains functioning the way it should, as much as possible. We cannot help when regular sickness cut in, but there are some we can help to keep our brains functioning. Anyway, I go on the bag of fishing, see so.
You serious?
Catch something for me, please.
Fishing.
Best school.
I could give you look when I catch me fish them, I could give you a Wilkes.
A Wilkes?
I will give you a sea crab.
Look, I want Wilkes.
And I would give Amali a hedgehog.
A hedgehog?
So you can't sit down close to Amali because he will choke you with the bone them.
Lord.
Wow.
Okay,
I think it's time for you to hang up the phone now.
When I catch them, I'll bring them.
Okay then.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to hang up.
Okay,
Go
right.
fish, because you need to clear your mind on the ocean because.
What is happening?
Whoa.
What is a hedgehog? Hedgehog? You mean the water?
Yeah, probably a sea lion or something, me man.
Oh. Oh, you really feel about me then? Man, suppose it done. Wow. We was talking about again.
Wow. Who knows?
Nothing.
We were supposed to be talking about the fact that instead of mashing up the country like most politicians when they leave, this man is.
Oh yeah, the guy in where be Martinique? Some French place. Suriname, yeah.
What? Well, I guess now we know who can be the third person to sue us.
The whole country of Martinique?
Yes.
You know what's
Stop
funny,
calling
right?
him.
What's funny, right? The same story reminded me of something I watched on YouTube.
Of course.
Duh.
Jade.
So it was about this guy that he lost some kind of election, and either he lost or something he did, and he stole some computers and the Simon the camera, and the attorney general or somebody in charge sued him, and he ended up killing all of them.
Where's he want him to go to jail?
He did go to jail because he got caught, but indeed.
So he for two things?
For two things. Actually, no, he didn't go to jail for the stealing of the computers.
So he gets a buy one get one?
He got fined and fired for the stealing of the computers.
So he got a buy one get one.
But then he turned into a mass murderer and he killed, what's that person called? He killed two important people.
The DPP?
Huh?
The public prosecutor?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and...
I ever realized when Jay telling stories, Jay, I hardly remember anything about the story.
Yeah.
He had a man, and he do something, and then he had people.
And guess what?
I really remember.
And that's how you avoid getting sued. Because...
But you're on YouTube?
Yeah, but they know what I mean. You see the logic?
Azim has given up. Azim just tell himself, this ain't him in a sense. Continue this conversation.
Look, okay? The moral of the story is don't steal from offices or don't destroy property if you lose.
Speaking of Azim not saying worth in conversation, when Azim tell us the time there that he's very guilty of Now it's finding people messages.
No, he's true.
They might do me say yesterday.
It's true. I tell you, it's true.
Yo, it's this morning, right? It's this morning. Remember, I got link you back here. This morning. when
It is
get
so
link you.
shame.
You don't
I
gotta
hope saying I'm like, what did this man mind? I mean, and then one day like it was something I said like,
No, you
if
just
I
have to
forget to say
give
good
as,
afternoon, like I just.
I got some info for you, though. I got some info for you.
you have to give as him like 3 to 5 business days.
Business days.
Mm.
Business days.
Now we take it, though.
Huh? What? Yeah. Mr. Master, send one is back to you.
me want to be the master today.
Wait. I'm gonna read one. Wait.
Okay, so
Yeah, Mali got glasses, right?
you
The
can
Mali
just
head
don't
for this,
blame me,
yeah.
you know. 2030 vision here.
I don't think.
My left eye is 2020, my right eye is
Yes.
Up
Okay.
there, up there.
You could do Antigua and Barbuda.
Allow me to access the document here. You mean the sustainable destination story?
Yes. Let's talk
I
about.
think that's the best somebody to it. Yeah, we definitely get somebody.
You're getting sued for that last comment.
Oh boy. I like Antigua though. I don't feel like I can think it still.
Yeah, Antigua got a very... They're really cousins.
You know why? Because the word them bad. So travel guidebook. So the headline is Antigua and Barbuda named 2021's emerging. How?
You'll find out when you
Bro.
keep reading the article.
Bro.
Antigua and Barbuda has been named 2021's emerging sustainable destination.
Emerging means it hasn't reached yet.
The year you just need them. So how did I? Oh boy. And pictured here is the sunsets on the Sheckley Mountains in Antigua. Photo by Tom Asher, Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority. Love the photograph of the sun setting over some mountains here on the ocean side. Yeah, like all of them have oceans. Travel.
Why do I say salt in this?
Huh?
You sound upset that the might win.
Sing is supposed to get everything.
That's true. Carry on.
Travel guidebook Lonely Planet has recognized Antigua. Who are these people?
Abeli, give out his job because I don't know where.
Sorry, that's true. Because I'm confused after every sentence.
No, he can read it. Let him read it.
Travel guidebook Lonely Planet has recognized Antigua and Barbuda's environmental protection efforts.
Okay, so she come.
What camera?
Look up again now. See what I'm saying?
Finish the article, Amali.
Wait, as in disturb me, Jada?
Sorry, you're right. Shut up, Azim.
Wow. Violent. Travel guidebook, let's start over. Travel guidebook Lonely Planet has recognized Antigua and Barbuda's environmental protection efforts and named the country as 2021's emerging sustainable destination of the year in advance. In an article, Lonely Planet writer Alicia Johnson said, and I quote, devastated by Hurricane Irma in 2017, the entrancing twin islands of Antigua and Barbuda have since taken great strides to promote sustainability throughout the country. They banned plastic bags and polystyrene products and established the Green Corridor, a collection of environmentally friendly hotels, resorts and businesses stretching along the southwest coast of Antigua to the village of John Hughes. In a statement, the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority said that the Twin Island nation has introduced several sustainable initiatives over the years, which include the following. One, the Green Tourist Initiative, also known as the Green Corridor. Secondly, Antigua has introduced the mapping of natural and cultural heritage sites to create awareness of tourism assets and attraction sites to assist with the management of cultural and natural heritage. 3, Antigua seeks to maintain and enhance select communities under its Community Empowerment Project to create a new tourism product that will create alternative livelihoods for members of those communities. 4, on this Destination Sustainable Tourism Monitoring Program, Antigua aims to... a spelling error here, man.
No, you see what I was battling with when I reading articles and they got kind of wrong punctuation and things.
Can't read people.
Mm.
Antigua aims to work with its residents to ensure, I'm quoting it, to ensure satisfaction with the development of tourism products. This is to ensure that residents feel like they are part of the process and are benefiting from tourism. Okay? Wow, this is a real long article. But anyway, I get the point.
Yeah. I mean,
and that is why Kevin reads the articles. Because
you got jokes. This Kevin had.
No, because you get tired, and so when you see me over here getting fed up and frustrated, now you know why.
Yeah, no, we hit a stop and be like,
because I'm stopping and I'm just like, there's more.
I'm gonna fast forward to the last paragraph. See, that's what somebody told me I must do when I was in school. There, like if you want to get the essence of an article, you read the introduction.
It's a summary.
You read the introduction and the conclusion. It will tell you everything that happens in the middle.
Yes.
Right? CEO of the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority, Colin C. James, said the Antigua and Barbuda Tourism Authority is excited to celebrate this win with the Ministry of Tourism. This is an amazing accolade to receive as we continue to promote Antigua and Barbuda as a safe and responsible tourism destination. End the quote.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, congratulations to them. They're making attempts because I have for the last maybe 5 years, there's at least 3 people on my Facebook who religiously post up and about the fact that we haven't banned single-use plastics here yet. Like, so, I mean...
And people have been pushing for it, but nobody's studying them, you know.
Yeah. But there was I remember we did an article some months ago, actually, where there was a talk of the country doing that. Remember? Yeah, we did mention it. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything about it since. I don't know why it just seems so difficult for us to do some of these things, yeah.
It's just that people stuck in their ways. So
also, sustainable thing costs a lot of money. I saw Sonny Booz imported that time there for Bodaba.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he got rid of his plastic straws and thing and started using biodegradable straws and thing. Man, Booz.
Yeah, them out.
There's a lot of least give me a little thing have to do to you and kill us.
Yeah.
I said, well, Sonny, nobody send you. It's a good initiative, but either take the initiative or not, don't take it and then abuse.
True.
No, but I think if you're trying to, this is what I keep saying on this show all the time with this tax thing here. Use the tax
as an incentive
to incentivize the behaviors you want to see.
Right.
But no,
so if you're buying straws, they cost you less.
Yes. If you're buying the little boxes as opposed to the styrofoam ones, then the boxes should have a lower duty.
The percentage,
than the biodegradable ones. Like, even if you don't want to go to a full ban, you know what I mean? Incentivize the behaviors you want to.
And over time it will happen because people don't realize it making sense buying these plastic things no more. It costing me.
True, anyway.
And they're gonna switch. But we are taking a break. And when we get back, we'll get into some more conversation. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere. I'll watch you now, yo.
Of the coronavirus are similar to those of the common flu or cold, which are consistent coughing and sneezing, fever that does not go away, and difficulty breathing. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, it is advisable to stay at home until you recover, or if you want to go to your doctor, call first and tell your doctor of your symptoms, any recent travel or contact with travelers. And lastly, please avoid spitting in public. Recent cases have shown that people most likely to be at risk if they contract the virus are persons over age 60 and persons that have an underlying medical condition such as hypertension, diabetes, kidney disease, or a respiratory condition. It is advisable to avoid large crowds or other places where you might have to come in contact with people who are showing signs of the coronavirus. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Paint it, tile it, improve it. Your walls, paint it. Your floors, tile it. Your home, improve it. Huge savings at the Hosford's Building Center. Paint it, tile it, improve it. Sales event happening now. Yes. Come to Hosford's Building Center now and get savings of 25% off all paint and up to 75% off all tiles. Yes. Nothing's are gonna keep at Hosford's with up to 75% off piles of tiles in all styles and 25% off all paint. Come now and get a chance to win $500 shopping spree at Value Mart with the purchase of 5 gallons of paint or more. That's right. Buy 5 gallons or more of paint and you get a chance to win $500 in free groceries. Starting now until December 31st, 2020. It's your home. So paint it, tile it, improve it. At Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers year-end Paint it, tile it, improve it sale. Come now. Save big and simply paint it, tile it, and improve it. The event starts now and ends December 31st, 2020. Terms and conditions apply. See store for details.
It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Oh, yeah. Nobody ever made me feel this way. Oh, you kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. So I wanna know. I like to know, so I can be all that and more. I like to know what makes you cry, so I can be the one who always make you smile. Girl, he never understood what you were worth. And he never took the time to make it work. Deserve more love, no, girl. Baby, I'm the kind of man who shows concern. Yes, I do. Any way that I can please you, let me learn. So I wanna know what turns you on. I wanna know, so I can be all that and more. I like to know what makes you cry. So I can be the one who always make you smile. Make you smile, baby. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. 'Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart, it's true. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. 'Cause I only wanna make you happy. From the bottom of my heart, it's true. I wish that I could take a journey.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevin and Amali. And we just had a moment where Amali interrogated our guests. So now they are welcome and warm.
So we have one very pleasant young lady in here and another unpleasant one. And I won't tell you which is which.
Oh my God. Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. I am Keisha Dickinson, the country manager of Swiftpack St. Kitts here in your midst this morning. And I also have with me Miss Jaida Lewis, who is our sales and marketing and customer service support
person.
Yes.
Okay. Swiftpack. So for those of us listening, those of them listening, sorry, well, I listening to. Can you give us a quick rundown on what Swiftpack is for those who aren't familiar?
Okay, so Swiftpack is, has been here in St. Kitts, first of all, for 9 years this year. Next year is going to be our 10-year anniversary. And we are actually a freight and freight forwarder logistics company. We are part of the Caribbean Aviation and Logistics Group, and we offer U.S. mailbox service, which we are primarily known for. However, that said, U.S. mailbox can be utilized for both air and ocean shipment. Yes, we have multiple facilities in the U.S., warehouse facilities which we operate from. Our central facilities in Miami, but we also have warehouses in Brooklyn, New York, Orlando, Florida as well, Boston, and we can also cater for shipments out of Canada, where we do have existing customers who ships items out of Canada, as well as the UK. And we are looking at bringing on stream our inter-regional cargo operation where you can ship items throughout the Caribbean.
Nice.
One of the things, two things that we would like to put out there for the general public this morning is our STEDCAL shopping services.
Okay.
And what this does is for persons who may not want to use their card online, or may have a joint account where they want to surprise that special someone in their lives with something.
That's what you call it?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go with that. They want to surprise their loved ones.
Right, so hopefully, you can surprise that special someone for Christmas, birthday. That special someone will come eventually.
You find so?
I know so.
Oh.
So you can surprise that person with having us provide that shopping experience for you. You just stop by the office and you provide us with the information. This is what I'm looking for. It's here on Amazon. We go through the information that you've presented us with. We confirm this is what you want. We have the ordering arranged. You make the payment at the office and we take it from there. So the item is ordered, sent to your mailbox. You're notified when it arrives in St. Kitts.
That's brilliant. So if you want to buy things sneakily or incognito.
Yes.
Sorry, just to surprise your loved one.
For your loved one.
Yes,
Sneak
to
around,
surprise.
Welcome to the conversation.
Welcome, Passion. Good morning.
Good.
Oh, awesome. Nice of you to join us.
And one of the other things that we are now working on with regards to the STEDCAL shopping experience is actually a website that we are now looking at improving. It's built already, but we're looking at improving it where local manufacturers or local small businesses who create products, the COVID pandemic situation would have brought out the creativity in a lot of persons. Persons are making soaps, persons are making different skincare products, offering cooking, offering different recipes, the boxes where you pretty much pack items in a box and it's sent. Right. We have the artists who are coming out doing their different painting services. You can paint with them. And I would like to think that there are persons across the region or even in different parts, let's say the U.S., for example, who are looking at these and would like to, I would like if I can get a little art kit with some instructions in there, I can paint something.
Definitely.
Right. We are looking at having our STEDCAL service being extended to incorporate a local market in each station. So the business, it's being a small business just starting up, it may not have the funding or the flexibility rather at present to have the actual website built
Our
and
storefront and
right.
Yeah, to do the
So-
e-commerce, right?
Right. So we are looking at offering that e-commerce service where their
Yes.
items can be advertised on the Stelcal website, and persons can actually go to the Stelcal website, and order the item and have it shipped to them via
Oh.
their mailbox.
So like a warehousing.
Yes.
The warehousing. Okay, gotcha.
Yes,
gotcha.
so that's something we are
Lovely.
presently working on, and of course you will have much more detail on it in the
I like
future
it.
and when
Bad.
it's implemented.
No, the reason I like this too, right, is because I
That makes
know.
sense.
No, I know there's a lot of. I'll give you an example. Last night, actually one of the people who is now viewing the live, they're in Orlando, and they wanted one of the like 869 shirts or something like that, and he was asking like, is there any way I could go and purchase and order it and stuff like that? I was like, man, you kind of have to reach out to the creators' Instagram page and then
Right.
try and see if they could work it out. So a service that kind of streamlines that process, I'm pretty sure a lot of people could benefit from that.
Right, and that's something that we are really pushing to get up and running. I am looking forward to it, actually.
Me too.
Good. So, yes, that is our Stedcal export option. Now, with regards to the U.S. mailbox, just to let the general public know that it's not limited to just you ordering an item. You also have the flexibility of persons family members, friends, who you may have living overseas, in the U.S. in particular, who can use that same mailbox and ship items down to you.
Oh.
So let's say, Jade, you may have had a phone that's sitting with your sister, with your cousin, or Amal, you may have had a tablet sitting there because the person is now stuck because of the pandemic.
Borders are
They're no
closed.
longer coming down to St. Kitts because the borders are closed or they are on lockdown at the city in which they live. They can actually send that down to you through your US mailbox.
At what cost?
Well,
The shipping anyway, it's customs.
Well, that-
Where does customs coming in this?
Customs, of course, everything that comes in is assessed through customs, but you also have to bear in mind that it's not everything that may be at full duties.
Yeah.
Where customs is concerned. And given that the item is coming in, you indicate, okay, well, this is my family member or whomsoever.
Or a gift. for
Our
instance.
gift, right. And then we actually present the information as you would have provided it for us. Now, what we do as much as possible is ask the person to still provide an invoice for the fact that we don't want you to be placed in a situation where the item is actually overvalued. Because, okay, well, this tablet, we know it's usually at a cost of $4.99, but the individual may have gotten it on sale. So what you want is to ensure that even though the item is still assessed or will still be assessed, it is assessed correctly.
Correctly. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Wow.
you're looking at me like, why, we can't just avoid customs overall, right?
I didn't say that at all. Yeah, I bet nobody abuse me here. No? We have it on the verge of a lawsuit.
I see that look on your face, but
Next thing,
yes,
I'm
even
going to package
though-
and I'm going to clear them and say,
Is you.
You was okay from Win FM.
Yeah, so
No
even
problem,
though
no?
it's going to be assessed, we want to still make sure that it is assessed correctly.
Mhm.
And that the
If it's
accurate,
assessed.
Yes, if it is assessed, and that the accurate charges, if there are any charges, are applied. Now, in addition to that option with your US mailbox, your ocean shipments are actually done through your US mailbox also.
Do tell.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
you may want to purchase a bed, for example.
I probably will.
And of course, you may want an entire, not just a mattress, but the entire set where you have the actual
The frame
frame
and
and
so
so
on.
on,
Mhm.
right, and the bed head. You can do that, and you don't have to worry about the excessive charge of that item or
By
that
flying
product,
it, yeah.
right, coming in via air. You have the option of sending it ocean freight,
Mm.
where you're looking at a much more reasonable cost to your shipment. And at the same time, you have the option also of using your mailbox for ocean shipments in terms of barrels, persons who may want to pack barrels and send it down for you. We have customers who
Yeah.
have family members. We had a customer, I think it may have been like
They
2.5
shipped a family
weeks
member?
ago, that they, that they shipped some items
Oh.
down from their family
Oh,
member.
is that family? I was like, what?
So there were no human beings in the barrel?
Okay.
That's what you're saying?
At least none that I saw.
Okay, I understand.
Right, so in the event that it's a situation like that, what her sister did was just have the items packed and sent down to her here in St. Kitts, and she got her items. So
Nice.
you have the options of sending large boxes, barrels. We have existing customers who are shipping building supplies,
Oh, wow.
tiles, doors, lighting and fixtures, different accessories, fans, ceiling fans. We have furnitures being shipped. So
Is there
there's a lot
limitations
more.
though?
Everything.
Sorry?
Are there limitations to the stuff that could be shipped? Like in terms of size or weight at all?
In terms of shipping ocean?
Ocean, yes.
No.
Okay, great.
Because they come here and one of those.
But you wouldn't want to ship a
Oh, welcome back.
7-pound package via ocean, though.
Right.
Well, no,
No, he
I'm
was
talking
talking
about
about
huge,
Yeah,
like
I
bigger.
figured, but
Yeah, like
it's
if
some
I want to
people-
ship a house.
You could ship a house, shop people gonna bring it.
They are
Bet you like they're gonna bring it.
You could buy a house on Amazon direct.
Yeah.
Everybody watch me bad as if you can't just go online and buy a pre-made house.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. And they're gonna bring it, man. You just just pull your card when you reach.
Definitely.
if it's swipe. If you ain't swipe it, don't reach. So give me a steal.
Well, if you can't get it belongs
Action.
to Timothy now.
But
yes, you definitely can utilize and capitalize on the ocean freight option. We had a customer who's very, very grateful and very pleased with the service that he received. He was actually in the process of setting up a car wash.
Oh, okay.
And pretty much came to the office not being sure of what to do, how to go about it. We discussed with him, we guided him through the entire process, and he's now inviting us to bring our vehicles down so he can, give us a
nice.
wash and see what the actual items that he ordered and had shipped in via ocean
Awesome.
looks like and how they work and so
I
on.
could send mine too.
Yes, you could send it with Jade.
Okay. I can give my keys and you could pretend it's
I
yours.
got you.
AKA passion.
Okay, and we're now introducing Air Cargo.
I like how Shane is telling us, just doing your thing. Like, all right,
Yes, I
get it,
want you
girl.
to have the information.
Yes, she's the one that have to keep it together.
We're introducing Air Cargo service. Now, this is outside of just the U.S. mailbox service.
Go on.
So, Air Cargo, this caters to persons who have actual businesses and
Okay.
who wants to bring loads of cargo, bulk size cargo that they don't necessarily want to ship via ocean because they don't have that great amount of time to wait for it. The stuff
Oh.
that they need in stores now,
Okay.
boutiques, the beauty supply stores, the shoe stores, etc., or even persons who may have another actual cargo related business or shipping business.
And
We
to-
are actually,
To reiterate, this is just for businesses?
if you're an individual, you can utilize it, but you would have to make sure you have like bulk cargo to move.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Yeah,
good,
like-
So it
it's
has
good,
to
it's
be-
good
it
to
has
work
to be
for
bulk.
them.
It would
Right.
make sense for an individual to use it. Like,
Right. So what we're looking at is offering or extending this service to the local market. And we're looking at starting out with at least 2 weekly shipments into St. Kitts, one operating on a Monday, the other on a Thursday. And this will be transshipped through Puerto Rico. So you get your
Love it.
cargo to our Miami warehouse. Yes.
oh, I'm sorry.
So
I'm
you-
so sorry. That was so good. Using the same US address?
Yes. That's
But then
okay.
you'd have to indicate that we.
You want to
that
utilize the
want
service.
this particular
Right.
service.
So what you would do, you would
Nice.
get in contact with us, and we'd actually take it from there with regards to making the arrangements for you.
Oh,
So you
love
can
it.
have your bulk cargo coming down. So if you have a store, if you have a boutique, or you have a beauty supply store, you have your weaves and your
Or
your
even a restaurant
products,
with dry goods,
or
like
you have your restaurants
bags of
and you
flowers
have
and-
your dry goods, or even loads of containers that you would have the food
Mhm.
packed in and so
Oh,
on.
yes, yes.
Or even if you have cargo that you want to move from the US or out of Miami, it's transshipped through Puerto Rico and it gets down here to you in St. Kitts. So this is something that we're actually now working on to push heavily so that we can give the local market more options in terms
Right.
of moving their cargo around, getting their cargo especially out of the US, and not just having the limitation of, okay, there was no flight in this week, so I have to wait until next week. We have to take into consideration that a lot has changed, a lot
Because
has
of
been
COVID.
affected
Mhm.
because of the pandemic.
Yes.
And at the same time, we are approaching that time of year when we have a lot of weather interference.
Yep.
We have storms that are affecting. We are coming upon the winter season.
Mhm.
And, if there is no movement within certain states, then
Things can
there's
move.
Right,
nothing
it
coming
slows
down to
down, yeah.
Miami, right? And that slows down the traffic between the states, the states within the U.S.
Right.
territory, and then, backed up what would have been
As a consequence. yeah.
right.
Yeah.
A delay for a day is now a delay for a week.
Right.
And then by extension, that becomes a delay for 2 more weeks.
And
So,
the thing about it too is like at this time we also say increase demand for shipping and
Right.
movement of goods.
right, because you're limited to you as an individual being able to move physically
Yeah,
to
but many
attain
people
that
would
goal.
have would have traveled, especially teachers.
Right.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah.
travel like in the summer and
Right.
come back with
And
stuff
come
and
back,
so on.
yeah.
Right, and then you have local business owners who
Restock the
utilize
stores
this
and-
time, right, to
Especially for
shop.
Black Friday.
Exactly,
Oh.
capitalize on the deals. I mean,
Mhm.
at the same time, in addition to the weather and in addition to the limited movement of cargo, we still have to bear in mind also that if there is a lot of demand for shipments within these states, especially in the US, guess what? They're not gonna give us here
Priority.
in the Caribbean
Priority.
priority to ship
Yep.
our items because they have to take care of their
Of the
interstates
market
first.
first.
Right.
So that's another thing we have to take into consideration with regards to shipping and logistics. So for us, it's more about not only reintroducing ourselves, but putting this information out there, making this service an option for you, and at the same time, educating persons on, hey, it's not just a mere sit down at your computer or on your phone or using your tablet or your iPad and say, oh, I want this dress for next week, Friday, so I gonna order it today, Wednesday, and I expect for it to be here Friday, and then you're screaming at everybody.
Right.
All these things you have to take into consideration. Yes, sir.
Thank you, teacher. Question about the service where you have businesses shipping in bulk, flying in bulk, sorry, via air. Are those rates favorable and are they charged based on weight?
Yes. Well, this area of shipping,
but not the same rates as the
regular
the
mailbox. No.
Okay.
Because you're now looking at bulk, so bulk rates will apply, which is much more, feasible because it's spreading it
Economical,
over,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
over a bulk of cargo. So that you definitely can contact us at our office. It's 465-0663, or you can visit us at our office on Bank Street in the Hosfords building there, right on the opposite side of Grant Thornton, opposite side of TDC parking lot.
Oh, that's where the office is?
Yes, we
Oh,
actually relocated there at the beginning of August. Hmm?
No,
No, it's not.
Okay. At the axe off.
And you still ask off with the mic right next to your mouth.
I didn't hear. So
Exactly.
I didn't hear.
So you can give us a call at the office or visit us in office, and we can actually provide you with much more details on this cargo shipping
nice.
option.
I like it.
And where can we find you? Are you guys available on pages as well for
Yeah.
information?
Yes.
On Facebook, on Instagram. Well, it's Swift Pack, so you just type in Swift Pack and we're right there. Boom, bam.
And can we inquire the same sort of stuff in the messages?
Yeah,
on
yes, you
those
can.
pages too?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can, and you can visit our website if you would like some more information as well. It's www.swiftpack.com. That's Swiftpack without the K. So it's
PAC. Okay.
WIFTPAC.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram for much more. We also have a business WhatsApp where you can just hit us up with a question on WhatsApp, and the number to reach us at there, it's 669 0663.
63. Okay.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right. So guys, I'm just, for full disclosure, I just decided to check my phone a while ago and realized that apparently I'm signed up for SwiftPack.
Great.
And I saw an email where you guys were letting your customers know that you guys were going to be on the show today.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
Sure.
And but just quickly as a wrap up, I know that there's services on Island that are somewhat similar to SwiftPack, and so for the listeners and the viewers, like just briefly, just let us know like what you think sets you guys apart from some of the other services.
For me, it's the diversity in terms of the service that we offer. I myself has had the experience of visiting some of these other places and wanting to do certain things like the ocean cargo option in particular, and it wasn't available.
Right.
As well as we had a customer who also mentioned that they visited a particular agent and they wanted to do some consolidation, and as a result of the amount of stuff that they had to be consolidated, it came up to a really huge shipment, but then they got stuck there because an ocean option wasn't available.
Oh, wow.
After the items were consolidated. So I think it's the diversity, the flexibility in your shipping options that you have.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
Well, for me, I think it's because
Customer service?
not just customer service, but I think we tailor our actual product to suit customers. We make sure that they're satisfied. So although we may educate you and let you know, here's our products, here's our services, it's not just come give us your money and go. But we make sure that you get exactly what you want. And if you want to share a little more information about your budget, we make sure we try our best to accommodate you. So we make sure our customers are happy, not just, hi, good morning, how are you? But they actually get exactly or take advantage of all our products and services that we offer. So
yes, I mean, we really take the time out with them, educating them. I will say that particular customer who we had concerning shipping down the building materials, that customer actually started out with wanting to ship just some small lighting fixtures.
Oh.
And then ended up with actually pallets of stuff.
The whole house.
Wow.
Yes, pretty much. Including the kitchen sink.
Why not?
So, yes, it's more about educating the customers, not just, as Jaida said, grab your money and you walk out the door when there's so much that you could have gotten done.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, to the viewers and listeners, SwiftPack seems to have, like I said, a wide range of services and shipping options. So be sure to check them out when you get a chance.
And the sign up is free.
Yes.
You can sign up online, and also you can visit our office and fill out the application. So there's no charge, free, $0 So you can just sign up right now and get everything that we offer.
Awesome.
Sweet.
We're at the end of this segment.
Thank you so much for having us, guys.
Thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure being here, and we definitely will be back for more tea.
Is your show now? I want Sheila listen nothing like this.
Let's take over.
Just take over.
Bye, so you go. So the be, I tell you. So the be.
Wow.
I can't within here.
Wow. Wait, put your headphone back on.
We ain't done yet.
So we'd like to thank you guys for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
And joining us here and letting our listeners and our fans know about the wonderful offerings that SwiftPack has for the Federation of St. Kitts and the Nevis.
Kevon, I would like to thank you for making me feel welcome.
You're welcome. No problem. Anytime. Can't wait to see you again.
We're going to take a short break and then deal with the situation in-house. Does it take us off here there, please?
No problem. Got it.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
If you own or work with animals, please follow these tips to avoid getting the coronavirus. Please keep pets away from areas where you are preparing food and eating your meals. Thoroughly wash your hands after handling animals and animal waste. Avoid contact with sick or stray animals. And always remember to wear protective gowns, gloves, and facial protection when handling them. As the novel coronavirus spreads, it is important that you continually disinfect your home. Viruses can gather on surfaces such as doorknobs, computer keyboards and mouse, cell phones, tablets, railings, kitchen and bathroom countertops, and remote control devices. To avoid transfer of viruses, wipe down these surfaces regularly with disinfectants such as Clorox, Lysol wipes, or soap and water. Avoid touching your face or your loved one's faces after touching any of these types of surfaces. It is very easy for viruses to be transferred in this way. When preparing food, be sure to use different knives and cutting boards for raw meat and cooked foods. Wash your hands before and after handling raw meats. Also, wash your hands before and after using cooked food. Be sure to cook food thoroughly before eating it. This is a message from the Ministry of Health and the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA.
Every day, your immune system is compromised. You use up vitamin C quickly and even faster with stress and colds.
Burst back into life with Halib Orange. Burst back into health with 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, as much as in 12 oranges. Each effervescent tablet is bursting with fresh fruit flavor. Sparkling orange, lemon and sugar-free blackcurrant, also suitable for diabetics. Health never tasted so good. Halib Orange, bursting with flavor, bursting with health.
Don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. You don't believe his stories. You know that there are lies. Bad as you are, you stick around, and I just don't know why. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. Type of woman deserve good things. Fist full of diamonds, a handful of rain. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. A baby, good love and protection. Make me your selection. Show you the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me love you, love you, love you, love you, yeah. Listen, your true beauty's description looks so good that it hurts. You're a dime plus 99 and it's a shame, don't even know what you're worth. Everywhere you go, they stop and stare, cause you're bad and it shows. From your head to your toes, out of control. Baby, you know. If I was your man, baby, you never worry about what I do. I'd be coming home back to you every night, doing you right. You're the type of woman deserves good things. Fist full of diamonds, a handful of rings. Baby, you're a star. I just wanna show you you are. You should let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need.
with passion. Welcome back. Can we please play some music in the background? This is awkward.
Actually, just want to hear you.
Right, yeah?
Yes, I just want to hear Kevin continue his rendition.
Call me in. Oh. Can't sing.
What is Amali happening?
Amali, doing? You know what's happening. You forget that people are not watching, so they don't know what's happening. Amali was giving the listeners some ASMR by chewing Pringles into the microphone.
Sour cream and onion.
Divine.
Sensational.
Once it pop, you just can't stop.
Can't stop. What are they speaking about? Adderall and Molly or chips?
I think it's applicable in both situations.
Of the above.
Yes.
All of the above.
Kevin, what are you saying?
You hear from me on a well?
Copious amounts of drug use.
No. I want to sing, but the song I want to sing is not airway friendly.
Oh, there's a clean version.
It's a clean version.
You may know it. It's like you got to do the whole song.
Call me if you look a man now touch you good. You better touch somebody else.
I've actually never heard the clean version.
Me neither.
But that's a good. That's
but
a good
I want to
substitute.
assume it's touch. It's touch to you. Angel baby.
Or maybe love. You know, they just do
Oh yeah,
love.
they put love. Yeah. Depending on who edited. This is the clean version here.
So just nothing.
Call me if you look a man now. You're good.
No, it's just call me
Let's
if.
wait for the chorus. Let's see what the chorus actually sounds like. This would be interesting. Because I know what happens really is just that they just let you fill in the blanks, right?
Better you somebody
That's not that day,
boring. They couldn't do love. You know, there's something to love.
That means the who edited it wasn't Dexter.
Yeah, because they just
Dexter, sing it over, sing a clean version then.
He would have do the
Love our chocolate. She wants a big bang belly. Boy. Dexter Daps, boy, His Excellency, love the guy, and nobody else in here likes him. I'm in here by myself as a fan.
Why think Dexter? What nonsense is that?
I respect his musical talent. I don't know about the.
You just feel he was bullied as a child?
Yeah, I feel.
Something is off.
I feel he had a rough childhood.
He was bullied as a child with passion.
Outstanding.
Oh, flicking the votes away. Anyway, so let us talk some more
things.
Mm-hmm. Amali butchered that article, so we won't redo that.
Oh Lord.
So here's some coronavirus updates. So certain mouthwash formulas might kill coronavirus in saliva. A new UK study suggests.
I did this all along.
You did it all along?
Well,
so
actually,
wait, didn't just ask you.
I just read Witty Kitty comment, and I want to die. Witty Kitty's comment said that the Dexter Daps clean version is like sign language.
I love it. No, but I'll tell you, it's not that I knew it, like for sure, but I'll tell you what it is.
In theory?
No, I'll tell you what it is. I have an aunt. She used to be a nurse, among many other things. Possibly clinically insane. But what I'm saying is,
what?
She has some medical background, right? And she does this thing where whenever she comes inside, and it's been this way for decades. Whenever she goes out of her house and she comes inside, she washes her hands, just like she did when she, was a nurse and everything. She wipes down her doorknobs and stuff like that. And this going on, like I said, decades. This ain't not new. But one of the things that I find interesting, she has this little spray bottle, right? And she sprays it up into her nostrils, almost like, you know, them flonase, them nasal things. But it's filled with
Salt
mouthwash.
water?
No, mouthwash.
Mouthwash.
Yeah, it's filled with mouthwash. And she says it with Listerine to be exact. And she says it kills any viruses that
she might have inhaled?
That might have inhaled and stuff
in
like
a
that.
cavity?
She does not ever get sick. She's never had a flu.
Let me read this article before you have the whole nation spraying mouthwash up the nose.
At least saying Clorox.
So, multiple mouthwashes contain certain
that
active
was good.
ingredients that eradicated the coronavirus in lab tests that have been conducted on synthetic saliva. British scientists claim that a new made this claim in a new study that they shared online. Researchers from the Cardiff University posted the findings on the preprint letters BioRxiv server used by the scientific community to solicit peer review ahead of possible publication of a journal. During a 30-second exposure, 2 rinses contained something chloride. Mrs. Woodley would be disappointed.
Oh boy.
Cetylpyridinium chloride, and a
Mhm.
third with ethanol and ethanol L'Oreal.
Yeah, things.
Things eliminated the live virus. Why these words just have to be so hard? I mean, I get it, but man, we can't just do like, you know, there's like animals, there's the genus name.
Right.
And then there's the name.
Like the common name.
The
yeah.
common name. We can't just do that. So chlorolithium can't just be like
Cloclo. Chlorins.
But yes, the mouthwash.
Let's be honest,
that
guys.
Contained 23% of ethanol, with the ethyl L'Oreal was Listerine
Bro.
Advanced, and
Bro.
yeah,
Bro. Let's be honest here. Any one of us who have even attempted to rinse our mouths with the original Listerine,
I do it.
knows that kills anything.
Anything that was there.
Kills
The
you.
original Listerine, the kind of gold looking one.
The dull gold.
That there would kill
you.
Indeed.
Literally, it is so harsh.
It tastes like
old. It tastes like old expired rotten ginger ale.
Wow.
I wasn't going there, but I can't follow that.
I don't know what it tastes like, but I'm assuming
can't
that's
follow
what it
that.
will taste like.
No, but bro, like if you take that, like that kills everything. That tastes like barely edible or barely digestible Dettol.
Yes. Yes.
That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, good point. But you know, it's there, Listerine. But there's different types of Listerine.
Mhm.
So,
I knew it was gonna be Listerine. I knew it was gonna be Listerine.
The scientists said that the use of ethanol alone has no effect on virus infectivity. So, the conclusion of essential oils, which are the Listerine Cool Mint or the Listerine Advanced, appears to be required for optimal efficiency.
Cool Mint. I'm a Cool Mint guy.
So we're
I'm a
good
Cool
to
Mint
go.
guy.
So if you Cool Mint or Advanced, you are good to go.
Eh.
Based on the study.
Screw a vaccine. I got Cool Mint.
Let's also talk about. I think we just got a new update. I think I'll go with that one first before I jump into the other articles. So
sweet.
Give me 10 seconds while I pull that up.
Well, it would be funny. It would be really funny if, like, all this time we had the cure in our medicine cabinets the whole time.
Tiger Balm?
Listerine
or
Cool
Shilling
Mint.
Oil? Which one?
Listerine Cool Mint.
Listerine Cool Mint.
And the Vicks.
I think no. I don't think it's Vicks. I think it's Tiger Balm. Tiger Balm and Shilling Oil.
Watch it. Tiger Balm. Oh my gosh. Somebody, where sells Tiger Balm?
I don't even know what that is.
You don't know
What?
what Tiger Balm is?
You really ain't had
Tiger
that.
Balm is
You ain't
like
had the
a-
athletic days. That's what I'm telling
Tiger
you.
Balm is like a Bengay, but the
advanced.
the advanced version.
Like Listerine Advanced. That's like Bengay Advanced. Tiger Balm. Look, Tiger Balm, and there's this other one called White Cross.
Oh yes.
It don't
White
matter
Cross.
where hurting you, put that on load.
If your life hurting you, put it on your life and it fix it.
If I get heartbreak,
If you have heartbreak, rub it on your chest and you're good to go. Literally.
I gotta get something.
Oh yeah, man.
So, Let's talk about a new update as of what's today, the 19th. As of today, there's a new update on the vaccines. So Pfizer ends the COVID-19 trial with 95% efficiency.
Screw Pfizer, man. That Pfizer vaccine is crazy.
That's the one that got to be stored sub-zero?
Yeah.
And
Negative
it's now,
75.
It's now seeking emergency use authorization. So Pfizer said on Wednesday that final results from the late-stage trial of COVID-19 vaccine shows that it was 95% effective, adding it had the required 2 months of safety data and would apply for U.S. emergency authorization within days. The drug maker said that the efficiency of the vaccine developed with German partner BioNTech was consistent across age and ethnicity demographics, and that there were no major side effects, a sign that the immunization could be employed broadly around the world.
Except for feeling like you're going to die for the first 2 days. That's what they say, you know. That's what they say. Amy says so. They say when you take the vaccine, the Pfizer one, when you take the Pfizer vaccine for the first 2 days or so, you're going to feel like you're about to die. But you won't.
But there's no major
But
side
on the
effects.
third day, you'll rise again.
So effectiveness in adults over 65 years old who are particularly at risk from the virus, it was over 94%. The final analysis comes just 1 week after initial results from the trial showed the vaccine was more than 90% effective. Moderna on Monday released their preliminary data for its vaccine showing similar effectiveness. So
yeah, Moderna on feels a lot.
If you're into the stocks, run over to Pfizer.
Oh, pal, them stocks have done gone up so long ago.
Right, I should have
like 2 months ago.
Yeah, when they started, getting close to the end of their trials, stocks went.
What happened was there was actually this young girl in the US that stayed in her bedroom and literally like built up the basis for a lot of these vaccines. Yeah, like she was like 14 or something like that, and she literally just stayed in her room and like developed like and pushed the whole like vaccine thing so much further. I have to find her name. I was watching an interview.
Is she a trillionaire right now? A trillionaire?
Interesting.
Huh.
She should be.
She should be. But based on what was said in the based on what was said in the interview, no, what happened? Oh, what actually happened was she won some grant money for her research. That's what happened. She won some grant money, but it was like 125,000 or something like that. Yeah.
Hopefully, she used 4 of it, and she has a remaining 121,000.
Yeah, them kids buying. I don't know where to find them sometimes.
Very kudos to her. I mean that's marvelous.
Yeah, definitely.
14 years old. Imagine when she's 30.
Huh. But the funny thing about it, everybody in the comments was like, okay, yeah, she ain't gonna make it to 26.
I was thinking in the back of my head, I didn't want to say it.
Where Jade we ain't need a buy. Jade got a story for that, eh?
Yeah, they're gonna be some horrific car accident sometime.
Oh, let's hope.
I'll find out she got leukemia and.
No, she's gonna have a long, productive,
I hope so.
healthy life. Filling the world
until the age of 21. What I believe for last week now? Lord of mercy.
Hey, come on! You're looking for article. What going on?
I have it. That was it. The Pfizer article.
Because
it was like just released. The
new
update. New update. Because when we read it earlier, they were presenting us with the 90% figure. Now it's at 95, and this is of today.
Yeah, I think what's important here is that there are some places that because of the wide community spread, the vaccine is a real option. I mean, it's easy for us here to be like, I'm really taking the vaccine. Nobody we know got COVID. Like, we don't have that issue here, right?
Oh, man, dropping like flies there, but bring the vaccine.
Buy a vaccine quick, because I mean, we here complaining about getting the economy restarted and people wanting to get back to some sense of normalcy. But what about in places where you got like 1,000 people that they're contracting it? And like I'm talking about small cities. It's crazy. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of excitement for the fact that there's a vaccine coming. But thank God I'm in St. Christopher.
Well, I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. And we'll stay here on our little dot on the Western Hemisphere and look on and see what comes of this thing.
But like I've been saying, we need to find ways to create leverage out of our small size. Economies of scale, people. Like I know we have people in government who did economics. They know exactly what I'm talking about.
Don't mix me nothing.
No?
I know them thing.
No? Oh, okay.
You
My
like to do
bad.
that, don't mix me.
My bad, JK.
Thank you. Don't mix me.
Oh boy. But these people's plates are full with several other problems as well.
Okay, ask you all a question?
No.
Why is it that Jade keeps coming in here, right? Putting up her name on the screen and then leaving. Yeah, where she do that, yeah? She did it again, yeah?
Just now?
Yeah.
And then go back outside? Jay Johnson.
It's like the other day when I wasn't here. I happened to tune in on the live.
I know it's some shit finish you
No,
didn't say, you know.
no, and no, I was like, my Jade looked different today, but she looks suspiciously similar to Vince.
Oh, because it was Vince.
Oh, it was Vince. Oh, because I was like, oh.
I think one of the days Vince was in here helping, right?
Yeah. They went, like, I think it was like the Friday when I had to leave
Yeah,
early.
see, Vince came in and we told Jade, do not touch any buttons. Let somebody know that knows how to do it.
I
Because
picked up Vince one time.
yeah, Jade and buttons and our
Golly God.
friends. How much more time do we have left?
I'm very tired of that.
We have a little bit. We have 3 minutes left, so let's do one more article. Something. Let me just read the article, and it tells us all. Trump fires election security official who contradicted him. Donald Trump says that he has fired a top election official who contradicted the U.S. president's claim of voter fraud. President Trump said that he terminated cybersecurity and infrastructure security agent Chief Chris Krebs of the highly inaccurate remarks on voter integrity. Donald Trump has refused to concede the U.S. elections and has made unsubstantial claims of massive voter fraud. Election officials said that the vote was the most secure in U.S. history. Mr. Krebs is the latest official to be dismissed by the U.S. president following his defeat with Defense Secretary Mark Esper, who was shown the door amid reports of Mr. Trump doubting the Pentagon's chief loyalty.
So the guy that came out and said it was the most secure election has not been fired. I see it coming.
Yeah, but we all know how this works with him. You disagree or don't, literally, if you don't agree, you will be axed. And we've seen this during his entire tenure as president. He's been firing these people who have been in the positions for years because they don't agree with the things he says.
Specialist. Like, so wait, you're actually expert in what in the position you put in, and I'm not.
So here's the fun part. So, like many others that were fired by Donald Trump, Mr. Krebs he reportedly only learned he was out of a job when he saw the president's tweet on Tuesday.
Yes, this is the sweetest part about
by tweets
this.
And don't tell you.
Yeah, you just realize you're fired, like, based on somebody messaging you, like your wife messaging you, like, babe.
You see the news?
No, you'd be like, babe, you got something you need to tell me?
So then, following his dismissal, the former Microsoft executive, who's Mr. Krebs, appeared to have no regrets. He said that he had run the legacy from its inception 2 years ago into the aftermath of the alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 elections.
He got another job in the cut.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
I mean,
it's another job.
Biden probably called him and said, just...
What no?
Just relax.
He's so like one of them man who does make more money outside he 95 than in 95.
You know, that's how most of these people work anyway.
So he looks jobby just like, well, no, I got more time to make more money, thanks. I was trying to help you. But Trump remind me of, you have what, the movie? Dictator? With Sacha
Baron Cohen.
Yeah. Anybody disagree with him? Oh, boy.
But that is that. Now it's time to go home. So, everyone, it's home time.
We leaving.
Food time.
It's hump day.
Hump day.
Hump day.
Hungry.
What kind of what are you going to eat?
I don't know. Probably
a
eggs.
glass of water?
No, probably eggs.
I mean, you could put some cucumbers in it. That's why I had this morning.
Break now.
And a dash of lemon.
Oh.
And a bucket of assumption.
Can't forget the slander.
Slander.
And misinformation.
Wow. Anyway, folks, that was your umpteenth plus. Jet today. We need a count on the episodes. You're farming, as they would say in St. Kitts. Stop farm.
Farming fool.
That's one of the best slangs ever.
Farming fool.
Just farming.
People don't use the fool no more.
Well, I have to give
because
context to
fool
the
is not the F word that usually follows that.
Normally, it's the other F word. But in certain situations, it's about you're farming, you know?
Farming.
It's a farm. Bro. No, G. It's a farm, G.
But you know, there's there's also the other version, farm, you know. You never hear that one.
Oh, yes.
Is that one is like the threat, the warning.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing it, you start, I see you doing it, stop. This is the warning. Farm.
But this is the same thing we were talking about the other day. Like, how do you communicate that in standard English?
There is no translation.
You're floating on thin ice.
Yes, but that still don't. That's
no, that's a threat.
While that is close, it still don't convey the same.
It don't convey the same sentiment.
Floating on thin ice don't mean I'm about to bust your face. It doesn't mean that.
I know.
And being on thin ice just mean that you're
close to
you enter in a territory that you shouldn't be in. But farm is just like it says so much. Whether it's being you're being stupid.
You're farming, yeah.
And your tone of voice dictates what you're talking about as well. You know, like where you could say the same thing. The other day I see a meme with some Bahamian slangs, and it was one slang, and it had about 8 or 10 different meanings depending on how you say it.
Yeah, the same
exact words.
Mm-hmm.
Same exact words. Anyway.
By the sugar going done, I farming, yeah.
We're farming. I'm going to stop farm. And sign out. It's hump day, drive safely. Indicate while turning. Don't overtake in the roundabout and indicate in the roundabout as well.
Avoid any pasheng weng.
Yes. Please keep the pasheng weng for the battlefield. Not for society. The piece is on and popping.
Pasheng weng.
Yeah.
Nothing used during the piece.
No pasheng wengs. Anyway. We're leaving. Have a great day.
Wait, before we go, you remember, as I saw, you regarding the pasheng weng thing, they said the Guyanese can say weng pasheng. Because Guyana language did a flap word.
Like reverse back.
Reverse back, yeah.
This
is say weng pasheng.
Then I say put it up back.
Yeah,
put it up back, yeah.
Yeah.
And reverse back. And go up. Why it is go up, come back, go up, back, come up? I don't remember. It's confusing. Go up back.
Go up back. But and put it up back.
we love our Guyanese friends.
Love them.
And we love them.
You bring down the car, put it up back.
They're a massive part of the Caribbean, and people don't realize.
Bro, almost, if people talk about the Latino population and whatever. Guyanese everywhere.
But you see they're quiet.
Yeah.
Latinos is session. They're very loud as a community, but Guyanese just walk and go home and cook and eat and go sleep.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh, and then pass out Guyanese meals and delicacies.
Some of the best neighbors you could have in the world is
they will literally give you food like you get roti.
Guyanese people make the best neighbors. Take it as I tell you.
You get everything. You get roti. You get all the little delectables.
They're just cool.
And you ain't got to ask for it.
And they don't play loud music from 6 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night on Sundays.
They're a quiet community. They just mind the business and they go work hard and go home, eat the curry, and go
share
sleep.
it.
And share it and go sleep. And wake up in the morning, same thing over again.
Oh.
And the most they do is go by a bar and drink like fish and go home and lie down. they love the woman,
Boy?
Love the woman.
Sounds like a kitchen to me.
Google.
Yeah. And you can always tell a car if again is own it too.
Me going there with you.
You're gonna be a white car with like orange rims and reflective tint.
Oh boy. And I had me skirt, body kit.
Yeah, and a little muffler.
Yeah.
That's a GT car right there.
Oh boy.
Anyway, we live in for real now. We live in for real. So be safe and you'll see us and hear us again tomorrow morning on Wind Media 98.9.
You're farming.
We're farming. And I want to leave you this very important message from our esteemed colleague here, the Honorable His Excellency Sir Kevin Ellsworth Hanley.
Fetman Hanley, yes.
You can't be everybody cup of tea because you're not a man.
Drops mic.